What's going on, everyone? It's OSRS Nirvana here, and today we're going to be talking about the state of PvP in OSRS. Now, I think we can all agree that we're kind of past the old school glory days with PvP, but contrary to popular belief, I do think that it's in a pretty decent state, and we'll kind of go in that today. Um, I think that the new changes that are going to be coming with Bounty Hunter are extremely beneficial to, the future of PvP in RuneScape. And, speaking as far as the PvP worlds in my experience, I can find a fair bit of fights at the GE. Lumbridge is pretty much dead, but I can find a lot of good fights at the GE, and it's really just about getting in with the community. And I think once you kind of build up a repertoire with the players, you find yourself able to find, fights pretty frequently, if not often. I mean, you see a lot of max main PKing, which can be difficult. The time investment for PvP in this game is definitely something that can hold it back. It's not something that you can just jump right into. You can spend a lot of time making an account, which LMS, tries to combat this with the preset builds. Um, but that's kind of overrun with bots, and that's really a whole other thing. So LMS in theory, I think, is a great idea, but it really is kind of ruined by bots, making it extremely difficult for, the average player to succeed. And, that is a big part of PvP in general in this game, is that it's difficult for, the beginner. There's a learning curve. And the game has been out for so long that, a lot of the elite PvPers have been doing it for years and years and years. And so, as a new person in PvP, it can seem kind of discouraging to jump into something like this. And as me being somebody who has just gotten into PvP within the last couple of years, I've kind of found this to be true for sure. But what I can say is once you kind of break past that curve and that initial learning curve, it really opens up and it does become very rewarding. I personally enjoy the account building that goes into making different PvP builds. Um, so for me, that's something that doesn't really bother me, I guess. But, the reward of building an account, putting all the time in, getting that learning curve and, starting to get kills in the game, um, it's truly what is, kind of has hooked me with PvP. And I think that's really the thing with many others as well. Um, the Rev Caves are very active in the wilderness. I do miss, the old days of wilderness PKing. I've kind of found that it can be pretty dead. I mean, you can find bots at chins or, um, wilderness hotspots like that, but that gets pretty monotonous fairly quickly. And again, the skill gap in the Rev Caves, because that is just the culmination of where pretty much everybody goes in the wilderness. As somebody who is new to PKing, your best bet is to try to PK, bots there. Really would be my best advice, because the players there, typically they are pretty skilled, pretty efficient, and they probably have very well done, tailored accounts to that style of PKing in the Rev Caves. Um, so I guess kind of this video too is, talking from a newer PvP player perspective, which I've kind of been into this for, just about 2 years. So definitely new compared to, a lot of the OGs in the community, but um, it's not like I started yesterday. And even throughout my experience this far, I'm still learning things and picking up on new things. And, it's not uncommon for me to go to the Rev Caves and, get clapped back to Lumbridge. I can say that for sure. Um, but I want to know what you guys think about the state of PvP. I know that a lot of players, are kind of unhappy with it. They kind of miss the old bounty hunter. They miss the old activity the wilderness used to have and that kind of PKing environment. Personally, I wasn't really doing it back then, so I can't really speak to that, but it surely did look like it was, a great time and those things were, very fun. Um, but yeah, what do you guys want to see in PvP? What are your thoughts on the current state? And any advice you guys have for people wanting to get into PvP or maybe people that are new to this? I appreciate you guys stopping in. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the content. It's only getting better. I'm a new channel, so I appreciate any tips and feedback. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Peace.